It is hello, bright and shiny beacons of light. The little wheel was spinning for a little while, and I was wondering if we have a good connection. So happy to see everyone. I'm Michael Sandler, your host on Inspire Nation. Behind me is Ruru the Wonder Rooster, who is preening at the moment. He is definitely wishing you a very happy new year, as am I, as is Jessica and our entire family. We are going to talk tonight about the cosmic setup, about how angels are setting you up and what this means, and how you can see this in your life as well. With that said, a brief update on things. I don't have to go into too much detail tonight. There's not much news, but what we have is great that little baby Hannah is doing great in Jessica's belly. We have just crossed, I think, the 5-month mark. How does it get any better than this? We have our next ultrasound tomorrow, following ultrasound the following week. And then after the week after that, we are green lighted for a normal, healthy, happy pregnancy. After our visit down in Philadelphia, I guess 2 weeks and a day or so from today. So we're very, very excited from that. I think I have that right. Yeah, 2 weeks. So, all right, I want to take a deep breath here now that I've gotten started in a little bit of an excited fashion. And I want to talk to you about how we are being continuously set up by the universe and set up by our angels. And I figured first, I guess actually the first thing I want to share, this keeps on popping into my mind. And if you attend any of my classes, like our Wednesday night School of Mystics classes, you know that I'm in a continuous channeling process when I do this. It means that there's kind of this conversation going back and forth between me and the angels, or me and Miraku is one of the things that I learned. And Miraku was our twin baby girl who I'm not going to really go into detail here, but passed away 2 weeks ago, helping baby twin Hannah to be able to make it. And I've been hearing from Miraku a lot on the other side. In fact, she had a lot to say for tonight's YouTube program. So with that said, I keep hearing that I get to start with this first thing, which is so important, which is you can't cherry pick good luck. You can't cherry pick good luck. What does that mean? And what does that have to do with angels and cosmic setups? What it means is it's really easy when one thing leads to the next thing, leads to the next, leads to this beautiful divine outcome. And you go, wow, that was spirit setting me up. Wow, that was the angel setting me up. And then you have this another experience that leads from one thing to the next thing to the next thing and has what you consider a terrible outcome, like me last month getting hit by a car or truck or SUV, big thing. And you go, well, that's not the universe or angels. Now, while our angels want to keep us safe and sound, everything is coming from the universe. Everything is a setup. We can't say this one is and this one isn't. That's like realizing that we are all one, which is a very hard concept for us to understand. We are all one beingness, human beingness, and saying, well, that's a good person and that's a bad person. Or realizing that we're all part of spirit, part of the divine, part of the universe, and saying, well, that's divine, but that isn't. It either all is or all isn't. And this is a really hard concept for the human mind to grasp because we want to say good, bad, right, wrong. That's great luck. That's terrible luck. We may have all heard the parable of the Chinese farmer whose son is brought off to war and has a broken horse, and on it goes, where the locals are saying, good luck, or the locals are saying, that's good luck. And he goes, who knows? That's bad luck. Who knows? And at the end of the day, he's going, good luck, bad luck, who knows? Everything that's happening to you has a huge element guided by your angels and guided by the divine. When you can start to rise up, that's why we have our School of Mystics, for instance. When you start to rise up and be able to see the world from a higher perspective, you begin to see not only that your angels are setting you up, and they're not setting you up for failure, they're setting you up for success at the highest level. Kind of thinking of Rue here. Rue was born with the most amazing wings, which help him hop up on fences and things like that, or couches. But he can't fly, and he looks at the eagles, and he looks at them, and he's like, first off, he's like, danger, watch out. But then he's also, I know he's pining to be able to fly. And you could say, well, that was bad luck that Rue was born as a king majestic rooster. But it also affords him some opportunities that he loves. He loves rolling with us. Would he love flying more? I can't say. But he has some opportunities because of the way he's designed that he wouldn't have otherwise. This is part of being able to view the world from a higher perspective, is that we no longer judge it based on the good or bad that we thought it was, but instead judge it based on the goodness that is spirit of the angels setting us up. So if I go back to Rue, because, well, I'm having fun playing with Rue tonight. 2 years ago, Jessica and I were in Basalt, Colorado, where we lived until the latest fire rolled just about into town. And we went one evening, we went driving one summer's eve to go watch the sunset. Actually, we were walking by a lake trying to catch the sunset. Sunset didn't happen. We started driving for home. And just as we started up our very steep mountain driveway to the house, it was about a mile driveway, the clouds start to burst with color. And we're like, quick, turn around. We can't see much from this angle. Let's go drive where we can catch this magnificent sunset. And so we turned around and drove. And I said, there's a good chance, because we're driving now, we may miss all of it. Do you want to take that chance, Jessica? Or would you rather, and those who aren't familiar, that's my wife, Jessica, would you rather we just stay here and catch the glimpse of it? And she's like, no, let's go for it. And so we crossed town, crossed the valley, got to the other side, heading up into the hills. Colors are magnificent, but by the time we get on the top of this mesa to check out this glorious sunset, it was over. And we could have said we missed it. We had the opportunity to just enjoy it, but instead we went for it and we missed it. And both Jessica and I love a great sunset. I used to be addicted to it. I used to actually live in Boulder, Colorado, and my prayers certainly go out to everybody and Superior and Louisville and the whole area, because I lived on Table Mesa actually, at one point I lived right by the intersection where they believed it started, right down by El Dorado Springs or El Dorado Canyon. And so my prayers go out. But I used to have sunrise and sunset pictures in all the gyms in town and all the coffee shops in town, in several of the galleries in town. So I was addicted to my sunrise and sunset photography. And yet, this evening in Basalt, Colorado, we missed it. Now, the old Michael would have wanted to kick himself. The newer, at the time, version of Michael was like, neither good nor bad. Something will come out of it. The universe will come out of this. The universe put us on top of this hill to miss the sunset for just the right reason. And I said this out loud. Turn the car around. It's getting dark. We've got the lights on. Driving down kind of a twisty, turny mountain highway. It's not the highest speed highway. It's like a 45 with a double yellow line. And there's this kind of cliffside where it drops off into the valley with a nice guardrail. And we see a chicken frantically running into the road. And I remember joking with Jessica and saying, do you want to find out why the chicken, and I didn't even get to finish, crossed the road. And I said, well, we'll just let me pull over. I'll pull over safely with your permission, because I don't want to just leave her on the side of the road. I'd like to go see if I can help this chicken out. And she said yes. And I hopped out of the car after getting it stopped safely. and 15 minutes of talking with Rue later, I had taken off my t-shirt, scooped him up in my t-shirt, brought him back into the Tesla. In fact, I have video footage. You can Google on our channel, and I think it's the Ruru story. You'll see the first few seconds I had Ruru in my arms in a Tesla, and I actually gave him a kiss. That's basically how I introduced myself. Like, I knew this bird already. We've been homies for many lifetimes. What's the point here? Something was planted inside of me, and something gets planted inside of you that says, take this turn, go chase that sunset, call that person, stop here, do this, don't do that. And we discount it. Or if we do it and it doesn't, quote, work out, we kick ourselves for it. In fact, that seems to be one of the most universal things that we do to ourselves, at least as Western human beings, Western, whatever that means, members of the human race, is we pick on ourselves when we listen to our intuition, which comes from the angels. If it didn't work out the way we expected it would. What we get to do is step back and understand there is a much bigger game at play. There is much more going on than meets the eyes. In this case, this magnificent, hi Roo, incredible rooster who became such a valued member of the family. Now, taking it one step further, finding the right place to live with the most beautiful rooster in the world has at times proven challenging because we have been traveling since the fires hit our neck of the woods last summer. And one could say, well, if it's divine, why would it be so difficult? But again, we get to pull on the strings and see what magic came out of that difficulty and discomfort. Right, Rue? We get to see what magic came of it. So if you get nothing else from this tonight, it's that angels are setting you up and nothing is as it appears to be. We get in this beautiful Taj Mahal of an RV. We start out across the country from California last May or June. I guess it was June. All sorts of challenges and trials and tribulations along the way. It's an adventure. And we get to Indiana. We're almost back. And one of the big reasons for getting this was to be able to bring the whole troop, the 3 kitties, the rooster, Jessica, and myself back to visit her family during COVID. And we get to Indiana, and we just made it past a whole bunch of tornadoes in, where were we? In Minnesota. And we get to Indiana, a few states away. And I had a boo-boo in the dark, in the parking lot, parking the RV at less than a mile an hour. That left a gash in the side of the RV. Cosmetic, but a gash nonetheless. Now, I certainly wasn't going, woohoo. And it's a goal. It's a goal to be able to say woohoo to everything. I can't say I'm quite there yet, but I'm getting close. It is something that everybody in our School of Mystics, we're all working on this, which is being able to see the big picture and to celebrate it as best we can. Now, when I basically hit a parked flatbed truck that I couldn't see in the dark when I took a turn, and I'm not as good at it as I would like to be, I could not go woohoo. Thankfully, the other person's vehicle wasn't damaged at all. It was his bumper. Woohoo to that. But I couldn't say woohoo. But here's the deal. Because of that boo-boo, we ended up staying in New Jersey longer than we wanted. Having insurance work started. We're still waiting for the parts 5 months later. Having one thing leading to the next thing, leading to the next thing, leading to us changing our plans, leading to us going to New England rather than wherever we were planning on going. one thing led to the next, led to us finding out we were pregnant. We're back here visiting Jessica's family. Led to us, because the RV wasn't fixed yet, staying here, which led to us being here when we had an emergency with our baby twins in Jessica's belly. And we were close enough to the best doctor in the best hospital in the country for this procedure, which saved one of our twin girls. You never know what's the setup from the universe. You say, this is awful. How could this happen? Why did this happen to me? No, man. We get to laugh. We get to joke. We get to almost woohoo. I'm still working through this. This wrist was reconstructed 5 weeks ago. Had a rough night last night. It's doing a little bit better today. I'm treating it as if it's another entity. Had that, and I was on my bicycle and got hit by an SUV. Had that not happened, we also wouldn't probably still be here at just the right time, at just the right moment to have saved our daughter's life. So an accident is not an accident. It is your angels putting this person here, putting that vehicle there. Yes, even to bump you, because it's all for your highest good. Setting up the timing just right. I took a phone call, an important phone call, pulled the bike over, took a phone call only 5 minutes before it happened, which led me to be in the exact right position to be hit by the SUV. But you could go, oh my God, that was a setup? Well, yes, because of all the good that came of it, but also, had I been 2 seconds earlier, the SUV wouldn't have hit me with the side of the vehicle plowing into me, but would have hit me with the front of the vehicle, and I'd be dead. So I recognize the divinity in everything, and that's what I'm challenging you to do, is to recognize that everything is a setup. And I'm going to go into later. We're going to go into the 3 reasons that angels set you up. So you're going to want to stay tuned before the end. We're going to go over the 3 reasons. And then we're going to do an angelic meditation that you're going to love also at the very end. But it is all, every bit of it is set up for you here or in the greater picture of here. But now, one of the things we get to do that's kind of fun is, first off, we get to recognize that everything is a setup. Why did the chicken cross the road? Well, that's a setup. You're about to have the most amazing pet in the world. Why did why did the SUV send you to the hospital? Who knows? But something great's going to come out of it. Why did the vehicle get cut like a little bit of a can opener? Who knows? Something will come of that. But when we start to recognize that it's a setup, we stop trying to force things. Between you and me, there's something I'd like to force right now, which is, we thought we were going north to Dartmouth Hitchcock to deliver our twins in New Hampshire and Vermont. But now we don't have twins. We have a singleton. Well, we don't have twins in physicality. Miraku, so it's baby Hana and baby Miraku. Baby Hana doing awesome. Baby Miraku doing awesome in spirit form. And she's actually been in touch with me for tonight's show. But we thought, well, maybe we stay closer in New Jersey. And so we're working to find the right place where we have some farmland, where we have the ability to comfortably have Ruru with us. That's important. He's as much a member of a family as my left or right arm is. With that said, it's been challenging to find the right place. Now, I could try to force it, or we found a place today that did not feel right to me, but I could try to force it and find a way to make something work. And your nervous system wants to go against the angels and find a way to force it. But we don't want to try and force an angel's hands. because an angel's hands or wings work with divine timing. You mess with that, it becomes more uncomfortable. You still get learnings, you still have beauty in life, but it might not be quite as comfortable as you'd like. Instead, we'll need to allow those doors to open. What does this mean? So this is another profound concept for you for tonight. I often talk about angelic rules. Number one, in fact, I had Suzanne Giesman on this week, and we're talking about the number one angelic rule. And the number one angelic rule is angels can't interfere unless we ask. But we can put a huge asterisk by rule number one. Angels aren't allowed to interfere unless we ask. Aren't allowed to directly, right, Rue? Aren't allowed to directly intervene or interfere. But they can and regularly do open up the doors for us. Angels can open the doors for us. So what this means is, while they can't say, do this, do that, what they can do is open up a door and whisper in our ears, Michael, this place isn't the right place for you. Breathe deep. Something better's coming your way. I don't know if you could hear that. That was the whisper of the angels saying, Michael, this place isn't right for you. Breathe deep. Another place will appear before you. So what we get to do is listen, move a little bit more slowly, have more pauses, divine pauses, so that we can see when the divine doors open up, and then we can step forward. So angels can intervene by bringing signs, symbols, synchronicities, opportunities our way, and ways that they can guide us. And that guidance may come with a kiss on the cheek. It may come with a loving 2x4. But it is all steering and guidance. So an important step is to acknowledge that we are not just living, as Madonna would say, in a material world. We're living in an energetic world, and acknowledge the energy behind all of this. That's where we want to get to, if we can, a place of thanks, but at least acknowledge there is a reason for this. So let's go back to either of these situations. Let's go back, or I guess there's multiple, to the SUV that kisseth me. I guess almost 7 weeks ago. It'd be 7 weeks Wednesday. If I believe that the angels were setting me up, as I do, I know it, then when I came to in the ambulance and started running energy, and yes, I actually did give thanks to the angels for this one. What it did is energetically, I'm going, thank you, angels, thank you, guides. Thank you, angels, thank you, guides. And I'm going like this because I'm running energy up through the ground, up through my spine, root chakra, all the way up and out the top, up to heaven and back down around, so that I'm plugged into heaven and earth to help me to heal and make it through this time. As I'm acknowledging and giving thanks for this, I am setting myself up for a much greater chance of success, a much greater chance of survival. If I said instead, what happened? Why did this vehicle do this to me? I'm so angry and upset, and my fight or flight mechanism went through the roof. Well, I was already right on the edge of shock, and I started going shocky twice later that evening. I would have shocked myself to where my heart quite literally could have stopped. By not believing in something greater going on, by not understanding that we are energy. Go to quantum science. It's a done deal. We're energy having an energetic experience in human form. If I didn't think that I am energy, I'll say that again. Energy, we are energy. You're energy. I'm energy. Big time energy. Real. I'm energy having an energetic experience in human form. And again, I keep mentioning this mystic class. Our next class starts Wednesday. Come join us. We dive into all of this stuff this coming Wednesday. Do come join us. And there are a lot of people here in the chat room who can share how transformative it's been. And this month's theme is awakening to a higher realm. That's what we're teaching, awakening to a higher realm, and all sorts of tools that you can use as a mystic in training. The fact that you're here and listening to this, it's no coincidence. It means you are a mystic. You are a mystic, but you're a mystic in training, meaning remembering how to use all these tools and techniques, remembering who you are, remembering the greater reality. If you get into a situation like this and you don't remember the greater reality at play, then you're in trouble. Lots of challenges come your way when you don't remember the greater reality at play. That's why I want you so much to come join us this Wednesday. And Tanya, if you can even throw up a link for people there so that people can find our class on Wednesday, I'd appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tanya is a beautiful member of our dream team. So when you do remember who and what you are, you start to live in a magical world. Jessica and I throw a lot of stories out sometimes. Sometimes it's more how-to-y. But if you understand how people throughout millennia have learned, countless millennia have learned, it's around the fire with the elders. The more we hear story, the more it kind of flips the code inside of us. And we go, Eureka, I get it. So rather than giving you a list of things, and there's a strategy to what I'm discussing, but rather than giving you a list of things, the more story, the more I embed the lessons in the story, the more you remember the story and the lessons appear. So I'm saying once we remember that we're energetic, having an energetic experience in human form, once we realize that there is a lot more going on than the material world, that angels are moving things around to help us each and every moment, then we realize that we're living in a world in pure magic. Now, years ago, I think it was 10 years ago, Jessica and I had just gotten married. She broke her foot in a storage unit the day after we got married, which, if I was to analyze that as a dream, I would say she broke her foot on our baggage, more my baggage than hers, and she needed to get away from the known in order to heal. She needed to get someplace magical to heal. Now, she went on a trip with a friend of hers down through the Southwest and came across Taos, New Mexico, where there's a Native American pueblo called the Taos Pueblo, these adobe-like caves, and it's just amazing, incredible. And she came back to Boulder and she said, Michael, we're moving to Taos. And then she said, well, let me clarify. And we were newlyweds at this point. I'm moving to Taos. You can come with me if you'd like. I love that girl. She's strong. And I'm like, oh, not much choice here. Let's go check it out. So we went down to Taos, New Mexico, and it wasn't really biting at me yet. And then we went into the Taos Pueblo, the Native American city that's been there really for at least 1,000, if not 2,000 years. And we leave one shop and it just starts pouring rain. And so we run across this field into another shop. We're soaking wet. We see as we go in, we see 2 gold records on the side of the shop. It's a shop that has leather goods and leather wares and also some musical instruments. So we see those records and we don't even realize till we get inside and we're greeted by a gentleman by the name Robert Mirabal, who became a dear friend of ours. He's a 2-time Grammy award-winning musician. And he looks at us and he goes, you guys are runners, aren't you? I know you're runners. And calls us to the back and shows us these moccasins that I'd been researching and seen in a book over 100 years old, this book, because I was writing a book on barefoot running. Both my wife and I were at the time, and we're looking into Native American footwear from the past. And he holds up these shoes and he goes, I called you here because I live in a magical world. I live in a magical world. You do too. You live in a magical world. The difference between Native American Robert Mirabal and yourself or myself is that, are we recognizing that we live in a magical world? Are we taking ownership of the fact that, in this case, Robert said, I'm making these barefoot running moccasins, and I am calling on the angels to bring me just the right person or persons to be ambassadors of these moccasins and share the story of them with the world. Angels, guides, mystics on the other side, please bring me these people. And so Jessica visits Taos. The angels say, you've got to come back here. And Jessica comes home to Boulder and says, we've got to go back to Taos. And the angels speak to me and say, you've got to go to Taos. So I go to Taos, and then I'm told, you've got to go to the Pueblo, and it's pouring rain. You need to sprint across to the shop. From a logical level, none of this seems to make sense. But if we can get out of our heads, just like we get out of our rainstorms, then we see that angels are always performing magic on your behalf, ringing phones, knocking on doors, dropping you emails. Even the junk emails can have messages to them and bring you so many coincidences. I'm going to put that in quote, coincidences, which are anything but coincidence. Between you and me and Rue, there's no such thing as a coincidence. There are very intricate strands on this web of life designed to pull you and position you and put you at just the right place at just the right time for magic to take place. Which means, if I was to give you homework here tonight, I want to give you something light. I'll give you a little more work in the School of Mystics, nothing heavy. I want everything to be fun. But it's the beginning of the year, grab a fresh journal or composition notebook. Write on the cover in Sharpie and color and whatever makes you happy. Magic journal. And what I want you to do with this journal is each and every day, every single time a coincidence comes up, every time you see an unusual sign, a symbol, a synchronicity, two people saying the same thing, one person starting a conversation, another person picking it up, another person completing it, or maybe you turn this on right here to this moment right now and it speaks to you or continues a discussion that you had with somebody else. And I know this is happening to you. Get it down in your journal. Because first off, the more that you anchor in these events, the more these events begin to happen. Also, though, the more you anchor in these events, the more you attract this energy into your life, the more that you recognize, like Robert did, that you are living in a magical universe, all filled with divine timing, where there are no coincidences and where everything has beautiful meaning to it. Every single thing. No, it doesn't mean you have to celebrate. Woohoo, got hit by an SUV. I'm still struggling with that one. Although now we go past where it happened. We drove past there again earlier today. I didn't bring it up to Jessica. It's been said enough. But I go into prayer each time we go past where the SUV hit me. Now, on that note, it was almost 7 weeks, just a couple days ago, where I was able to get my first hike in because it broke my pelvis in several places. I think it also had a hairline fracture of the hip, but they were more concerned with the pelvis, understandably, not to mention the smashed wrist, that got some new titanium parts. I'm assuming they're titanium. I don't actually know. Um, but I got out for my first hike with Rue 2 days ago, and he's my hiking companion. I wear, a modified, um, fanny pack. Basically, I stuff a water bottle in it, makes it a perch, and he can stand on it, and he hops up and down as I'm walking or running, so he's getting a workout, and he'll go forward too. I'm getting a workout. The faster I'm going, the more he's pushing me forward. We go hiking up Torney Mountain near here. Very small, tame hill. There's a couple walking behind us, and I don't want to get stopped before the top. I don't want to lose momentum. Also, because it's a holiday, once one person stops us to talk, they're going to be talking to Rue. The next will stop, and the next will stop. We did have one family approach us in the other direction. They talked about stopping. I kind of waved and continued, not to be antisocial, but again to keep that momentum going. Um, I got to the top of this hill, and this couple caught up with us because I'd stopped with Rue and gave him a bathroom break, and mentioned, for some reason it came up, but I mentioned that I had been hit by a car, and they said our friend just got hit by a car in town, so approximately the same area yesterday, and died. And that certainly had me thinking. And then on the way down the hill, I ran into that other family again. And they said, they Googled me there on the spot and they said, "You're from Colorado. Did you hear about the fires there?" And of course, I knew about the fires there, and I have so many friends and loved ones there. Those two incidents being mentioned back to back for the first two people I'd basically spoken with on my first hike since the end of the accident happened. No coincidence, perfect divine timing to remind me, "Oh, and thank you, Damien, for your contribution. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Thank you so much, Damien. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of love and hugs, Damien. Thank you so much." What running into these two groups was showing me was just how lucky I was. I could have been the person who was killed, but the angels saved my life. I could have been in Colorado there too, or I was where we lived earlier was across the street from the King Soopers that had the horrific attack last year. These apparently coincidental talks are to remind me I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. I am always loved. I am always protected. Not that the person who passed away wasn't loved and protected because he is on his journey, but that this certainly all happened for a reason. So, yes, everything is at the end of the day an ample opportunity to give thanks to our angels. I thank you, angels. I thank you, angels. I thank you, angels, for all of it. Just as I was saying at the beginning, I don't get to cherry pick. This experience is good. This experience is bad. A nice bike ride where you set a PR, that's good. Bike ride where you get whacked by a car, oh God, that does feel bad, is bad. No, if I'm still alive and kicking, then both of them are here for a magical reason. Unfortunately, even if I'm not alive and kicking, what I know, I've had two near-death experiences myself, and with all the other guests we've had on the show, is that there is no death. There are only doorways. Now, I don't want to go through this next doorway until it is absolutely my time. I'm very attached to this doorway here. I love it here. Love it. The more you begin living the life as a mystic, the more that you will see challenges, scary things happen, or be afraid. Heck, I'm as afraid as the next guy. I loved having Mike Dooley on a couple weeks ago because he's like, "Oh, people expect me to be talking positive this and positive that." He's like, "I'm a scaredy cat." Well, if he's a scaredy cat, I'm a scaredy cat too. But I know there's goodness. I know there's greatness. I love my life here. And I love my life because this is an energetic game. I'm an energetic being. You're an energetic being. This dude, oh, he's down behind me taking a nap or about to take a nap. One heck of an energetic being. Having our energetic experiences. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. So let's go to the 3 reasons. I said we'd do this a little bit before. We'll do a Q&A, then we'll do our meditation. 3 reasons that angels are setting us up. And reason number 1, and you may be very familiar with this one, to shift our current trajectory. Years ago, I'm on a book tour gone bad. Vehicles blowing up. Everything's going wrong. Broke a foot. Is it a foot on this tour? Yeah, I broke a foot on this tour. Nothing's working out. And yet I kept going. Finally, after the RV is broken into, tons of stuff is stolen, I'm laying in broken glass going, I surrender, which apparently I hadn't because I gave another talk at like Stanford the next day. And then the vehicle almost tipped over in the whole rainforest. But that's beside the point. The angels are trying to shift my trajectory. And finally, they just took me out. I had near-death experience number 2 when I was out of alignment and needed some gentle nudging, you can say, on my path. Brandy Lee, thank you so much for your kind donation. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Big hugs, big love, Brandy Lee. Big, 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 big love. So, the first reason that angels do this is to help shift our current trajectory. And they'll do it quietly and they'll do it loudly if they need to. Second is to make our longer term dreams a reality. Something, and we'll come back to this in a few minutes, something that took place when you were a kid could have been a setup from the angels to help you where you're at today. I know that if I look at my entire life, my existence, everything that led up to now this moment, it was all a setup to be speaking with you. Every bit of it. Yeah, but Michael, you are a professional cyclist and you're trying to make it to a Tour de France and you got hit by a car in France. What does that have to? Oh, wait. It was because of that you said God is dead, there is no God, and you went through years of pain until you started the inner journey, you started to meditate, you started to find who you were, started to go down this mystical path, started, which brought me here today. Whoa. You got that same thing going on. Your angels have been meddling and mucking with your life in the most beautiful way since the beginning of time to help make your dreams a reality. Now, they need you to be able to step forward. And I think we'll have a little time to get into this. I don't know how far we'll get to go here. Miraku, my miracle daughter now on the other side, she came through in this channeling I did this evening and wanted to talk with me about this very concept of our dreams becoming a reality. We'll get there in a few minutes. What she wants to talk with us about is about how we're afraid to make our dreams a reality. She says human beings are afraid to do the very things that will make them happy. And we'll talk more about that. Carolyn, thank you so much for your kind donation as well. Thank you, Carolyn. How does it get any better than this? Big hugs as well, Carolyn. So, first reason is to help shift our current trajectory. Second reason, to make our longer-term dreams a reality. Third reason, this is the hardest one to grasp. This is more of that real big picture, is to help us on our eternal path rather than our external path. Our eternal path versus our external path. Our external path is, I want to be a CEO. I want to own this car. I want to own this home. I want to reach 2.2 million subscribers and then 22 million subscribers. That's our external path. And those can have meaning and validity to them, not taking away from any of them. But our eternal, you could call it internal, but I'm going to call it eternal path, is what we do in this lifetime as we learn and grow and expand our hearts and expand our awareness and expand our experiences, as if we're kind of gathering poker chips to help us in the game of eternal life, not to win at it, but to grow in the amount of love we can receive and we can give. Look at higher level beings, able to receive more love, able to give more love. Look at angels, able to receive more love, able to give more love. We are ascending or spiraling upwards with each and every opportunity on our path, helping us to do so on our eternal path. So I know there will be questions coming in here tonight saying, Michael, this horrific thing happened. Are you saying that was a setup? While I don't want to take away from loss is loss, grief is grief. Believe me, you can still get me to cry almost at the drop of a hat. Even that has a gift inside of it. No, I don't want to say, congratulations, you lost this person or that person. What a great gift. That's bullshit. Excuse me. But what I will say is, on your eternal path, something great can come out of that, because there's a lot more maneuvering and planning and scheming behind the scenes on the other side of the veil than we could ever imagine. So I give thanks even for that, for the help on my eternal path rather than just my external path. A few more things, then I want to dive into a few comments from Miraku, and then let's get to some of your questions. So while angels can't directly interfere, they're incredible guides for helping set us up for short-term and long-term success. They don't directly interfere, but they kick the door open, they put a banana peel under your feet, they whisper in your ear, they throw something on the radio, they have the phone ring. All sorts of things to help you. In fact, if you're not sure if angels have been guiding you, look back at the big decisions in your life and look back at the big successes you've had. And ask yourself, and certainly your big ideas, did this come from A, going to B, leading to C, leading to D? Or did something hit you like a bolt out of the blue? Was it a phone call that came in? Was it a serendipitous conversation? Did you, see something on TV or the news or Google or who knows where? Or was it a chance encounter? I know if I look back at my life, nothing has been linear, because the angels have meddled each step of the way. Taking a shower and I go, aha, that's exactly what I get to do. That's actually how theory of relativity got in there. Einstein got his aha moments in the shower or brushing his teeth. Your aha moments are angelic moments. They're angelic setup. Your aha moments are your angels whispering to you and you grabbing that idea and running with it. So when you think aha moment, and I know you've had aha moments, you may have had an aha moment today. You go, oh my God. What you're really saying is, thank you, angels. Aha moments are angelic moments. They're angel moments. An aha moment is a moment of blinding insight, of poof, light hitting you, and you going, my God, the light has gone on. And there's a reason you say, my God, the light has gone on. It's your angels, mon Dieu, planting an idea in your head or in your heart. So you want to notice these moments, because when you notice these moments, the angels, in a sense, have permission to give you more of them. I like to think of it this way. Angels are just like us. When they do something and they get rewarded for it, they want to do more of it, not because they need the praise, they need the love. It's gotta feel good though, because both Suzanne Giesman, I think Lorna Byrne, and certainly I have talked about angels on the unemployment line. They're going, humanity, you used to think of us, you used to remember us. Then there was this thing called the Dark Ages, the Inquisition, and nobody calls on us anymore. Hello, we're still here. The more you call on the angels, the more you give thanks for the angels, the more you notice the aha moments of the angels, the more they have a chance to get in your path and help you on your way. Certainly help you, you could say, on an accelerated path. Or I like to think of it as the more angelic moments you notice, the more it's like hopping on the glass elevator of ascension. It's bringing you up and bringing you up and bringing you up. One more reason, go grab your journal tonight and start writing down all these miracles, all of these coincidences, and all of these aha moments. So let's go to Miracle. Wow. What Miracle wanted to share more than anything else is how much your angels love you and want what's best for you. She wanted me to share how much your angels love you and what's best for you. And she said, sometimes it may not feel this way. And it's not that it's a parental love, she called it like tough love. She's saying it's not like angels are trying to do tough love, but sometimes you may feel like you're stuck in the mud and the mire and going, that's not angelic assistance. But sometimes that being stuck in the mud and the mire is exactly what you need. Sometimes getting down on your luck is what you need to help you turn a different way. And so her biggest message tonight is to realize that your angels love and believe in you. Your angels love and believe in you and are always standing by your side no matter what. No matter what, your angels are always standing by your side. It may not always feel so angelic. It may not always feel like the angel's wing, Ruru's wing. This is one of his wing feathers. I know, good boy. Brushing up against you. It may feel more like the 2x4, but it's here to help you. Now, this is kind of some of the stuff that we teach about on our Wednesday night. So I'm not going to go into too much detail here, though please do come join us this Wednesday, the next 4 Wednesdays in a row. We're going to be a whole group of us. So you're going to get to be with fellow homies, fellow mystics in training, like the people you see in the chat window tonight. We're going to be on Zoom, or you can be off Zoom if you don't want to be seen. We do breakout activities together. It's really fun. Next 4 Wednesdays in a row, and it is our School of Mystics. And Tanya put down there the link so that you can join us. Thank you, Tanya, for our School of Mystics. But I get into some really deep questions there, because I know that you're drawn here because you are a mystic. We're just helping you remember who you are. And one of the questions that Miracle and I discussed here tonight is free will. Okay. So this was how the discussion went, more or less, because I'm having that discussion at the speed of thought, or the speed of energy. And So the discussion went sort of like this. Do we have free will? And she's like, yeah, but not in the way you think. She said, it's as if you have the same free will as you do playing a video game. And the reference was made to Pac-Man, or since I was watching the latest Matrix recently, to a Matrix video game. We have free will in a world that is set up to guide us forward, to give and gift us with lessons. A world that is set up to guide us and give and gift us with lessons. So there are rules within this world. Pac-Man, you can go left, you can go right, you can go up, you can go down. You have to eat the dots in order to gain points. You avoid the ghost if you want to stick around. Those are the rules. Now you have free will, whether to go left, right, up, down, whether you want to chomp at the I don't know even what they're called, whatever the little things are that Ms. or Miss Pac-Man eats. And you have a choice of running for the ghost or running straight into them. So in a sense, that is free will. And you certainly have the ability to go for your bonus points or whatever they are. That is free will, but it is within a rule set designed to help us learn and grow. So you can call it, instead of a rule set, a world designed to help us learn and grow. This world, this Earth School, which is unique for each one of us, is designed to help us learn and grow. Your experience is not my experience. My experience is not Rue's experience. Every one of us experience the world a different way, see the world a different way, because the world is engineered quite literally differently for each and every one of us to get the maximum benefit out of it we can. Now, what's most interesting to me about the discussion that I had with Miraku, and her name stands for miracle, and she is a miracle. She's a miracle on the other side. She's a miracle for helping bring Hana in and saving Hana's life. Miraku, I love you. 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 She said, the hardest thing for us to do in life, in the Pac-Man game of life, is to go after the bonus points or look for the most joy. Says this is the hardest thing for human beings to do, is to go for the joy, because we are so comfortable with discomfort. We're so comfortable with discomfort that we're terrified of getting uncomfortable with seeking a higher level of comfort. In other words, we're comfortable in our misery, and it is hard to get us to shake things up. It's hard to get us to take a risk to be truly happy. It's hard for us to choose happiness. Happiness scares us more than anything else, and angels are doing their best to set us up continuously to go for happiness. But happiness tripwires a bomb inside of almost each and every one of us. And that bomb goes like this. When I am happy, I'm not doing enough. I'm not being enough. I'm not working hard enough. I shouldn't be happy. I don't have time to be happy. Look at what's going on in the world. How can I possibly be happy? How can I? And if I am happy, everything's going to go wrong. So, the hardest part of free will is actually choosing happiness, or choosing the opposite end of our programming. Our programming is designed to keep us small and keep us unhappy until we learn that there's something bigger going on, and we make that leap of faith over to the side of happiness. So in essence, even with the cosmic smackdowns, there's an expression. I hate it and I love it at the same time. The beatings will continue until morale improves. The beatings will continue until you get happier. The angels will continue challenging you out of love, not tough love, out of love, until you're able to make the leap and realize that they're setting things up for you. Doesn't mean things get easier, but you will then be able to find happiness in each and every moment, or at least more of them. And you will be able to choose happiness in more moments. That's what free will is. Free will is being able to choose happiness even when it scares the, I don't know if it's a technical term, but geez, out of you. So with that said, I want to open it up to some questions. A few more things I want to say. Our job is to choose happiness in each and every moment. When we choose happiness in each and every moment, more angel moments will come your way. Particularly at happy times. You'll have one aha moment, and then the next aha moment, and then the next aha moment. So, the more that we go against our programming and seek happiness, the more happiness is going to seek us. And the more angelic setups will be activated or put in place. So, remember, not only is everything a setup, but the amount of effort that your angels are doing to set you up here. If something took place as a kid, so my first mystical experience that I can recall was at 5 years of age. I slipped on a Fisher Price parking garage matchbox car set while my parents were out of town, and I had a babysitter over. Slipped and fell, hit my chin on the windowsill, knocked a tooth out, remembered it, and remembered what I was thinking, which I was having mystical thoughts about the universe. And it stuck with me to today. Angels had to set that up all the way back when I was 5 years old to carry through all the way to today. They're going through so much trouble and intricate, painstaking detail to set you up, not just for today, not just for tomorrow, for months, if not years down the road. So, all of the setups they're going through, if you can go back and you can grab your journal here tonight and go back, write down some of the greatest setups. The more you get down, so I definitely go back to your childhood. The more that you get down, the more you're going to see, the more earlier you're going to recognize it, and the more it's going to help you ascend to a higher plane. All right, let's get this open to questions here. And thank you, Tanya. Thank you, everyone on the Dream Team, for running this here tonight. And Tanya, if you can give people the link one more time here so that people can go to our class on Wednesday. Do come join us. It is such a special class, such an amazing group of people. You will learn, you will grow. You will certainly not feel like a fish out of water, or like, why is everybody else drinking water and I'm drinking oxygen, or vice versa, however you want to call it. You will find like you've met your tribe, and you will, on such a beautiful way, really accelerate your path to being the mystic you were meant to be. And with that said, Roz, thank you so much for your kind donation. Thank you so much, Roz. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Thank you, Roz. All right, let's go to questions. And Mary, welcome back to the Mystic Circle, Mary. Does anyone else have mental blocks? Are mental blocks from our angels or symptoms something like depression going on? So, Mary, mental blocks can be many things, but at the end of the day, there is always an angel behind them. So, can they be blocks? Yeah. Or can they be wounds or depression going on? Yes, absolutely. But even that has an energetic cause behind it. So we get to pull on the strings and see where this is coming from. So with Miracle transitioning and our challenges that we've had in navigating this whole eastern seaboard, there are times where, and like today, the wrist was in mega pain. A depression-like feeling came over me. I'm not depressed, far from it. But depression is a safety mechanism to slow you down until you heal or recover your energy and are ready to go back out into the world. So if you can recognize depression, that there's more going on than meets the eye, then you can recognize that it's a setup, Mary, to help you to learn and grow and expand. And I would certainly go to my angels and say, okay, angels, I'm feeling a huge block here. What are you setting me up for? What can I learn from this? And how can you help clear any energetic heaviness I'm experiencing, or point me to the right person or persons to help me clear this as well? Brilliant question, Mary. Lots and lots and lots of love. Shauna Stevens there. Panic attacks. Shauna Stevens. Are panic attacks a form of the angels or guides letting me know I'm out of line with my life journey? Panic attacks can come for many reasons, Shauna. It could be that you're out of alignment. It could be that, like Mary said, there is a wound or block that gets to be cleared to help you to be lighter, to step forward. I was hit by a car, as I mentioned many years ago, in the French Alps. And that led to, I think, 6.5, 7 years of pretty substantial PTSD, with panic attacks lasting all the way up into, if I'm honest, first or second, maybe third or fourth year of my marriage with Jessica. Poor Jessica. I'm really not saying this lightly. They were huge gifts once I really dove in on the inside, probably with Jessica saying, you get this under control or I'm out of here. And I don't have to muscle my way through this. I begin to heal at a deep soul and cellular level. I get to work on the wounds and blocks and baggage that are holding me down. Didn't mean that I was out of alignment with my life journey. It meant I had some major loving up of myself and healing that I got to do. And so, Shauna, that's where I'm recommending you play. That's the sandbox I want you to play with as well. Self-love, healing, getting light. And be so kind and loving and gentle to yourself through this without any judgment. That is so important, because we'll have a panic attack and then we'll judge ourselves for having a panic attack, because certainly others could judge us for it as well. And that doesn't help you at all. Instead, love yourself up even because of the panic attack. Remember, it's all setups from your angels. Hold on here. How you doing, Rue? Go. We know people can learn from angels, but can angels learn something new from us? Absolutely. As much as we learn from them. Angels are their own energetic beings having an energetic experience in angelic form on their own path of growth, on their own path of expansion, which at the end of the day, we're all spirit, we're all source. So it's all our path, but they're having their own unique version of it. And that unique version of it is completely intertwined with our version as well. So everything they do to help us, everything that works, everything that doesn't work, every way that they do whatever magic it is helping them learn and grow and ascend and heal as well. We think of them as better. They're angels. Pretty cool if you ask me. And in a sense, I really do think of them as better. But it's not a better like the rating scale. Archangel Michael is here. Regular Michael is there. It's all energy. It's all love. It's all our own unique journeys, given what gifts and vehicle. I'm in a human form. Archangel Michael, one heck of a dude, is in a form with wings. And I'm not making a comparison between me and him. What I am saying is that we're all on identical paths, identical in many ways learnings. I'm going to say that Archangel Michael is getting learnings about a million times or billion times compounded compared to what I am, maybe what you are at this point. But that doesn't mean they're any better. They're just helping him on his growth and ascension. And I'll use him loosely at this point, and helping you and me on our growth and ascension as well. Brilliant question, Gogo. Mary Kate Golden. When one experiences a huge upheaval, is it the creator along with the angels together directing you, hence the force? It's kind of a blurry line as to what's creator and what's angels, but I like how you're putting it, so I'm going to go with it, Mary. It is in a sense like the end of a fireworks show where they're lighting all of these different rockets off at once, and that takes a lot more energy. Now, on spirit side, energy is energy. It doesn't matter whether it's a lot of force or a little force. That's really on our side. But when a big upheaval takes place, there is a commensurate, a measured, a big reason for it. You don't, if you've got a bad habit of drinking coffee, you're not going to get whacked upside the head with a 2x4 so that you drink less coffee. I don't even know that coffee's bad for you. I'm sure people will type in good, bad, whatever. It's all good. But the point is, the big things happen in life when there is a big shift to be made. The small things tend to be happy and when there are small changes to be made. However, you don't need to go hunting. You get to give thanks, gratitude, go quiet. But for instance, was there massive change? I'm hearing yes. But was there massive change I needed to find because I got hit by an SUV? No. I just needed to go quiet and let that change approach me. I didn't have to say, my life is completely out of alignment. Why did this happen? Because that's now coming from a place of judgment. I don't want you leaving here, Mary. I don't want anybody leaving here, or Mary Kate, tonight, judging themselves. Nobody's going to judge you. Nobody. You say, well, they'll judge me when I get to heaven. Nobody's going to judge you when you get anywhere. They're going to love you. And love you at a higher level than you can ever imagine or could ever receive on your own. So when these things happen, we don't judge ourselves. We just go quiet and we pause and we let the answers, because we pause, the answers can chase us down. Let the answers, which may come from an angel's whispers, which may come from learning like automatic writing, got the book behind me there. The answers will come to you when you go quiet rather than pushing and forcing and trying to find an answer or demand an answer. Soul Spa. Much love. Thank you. Please, can you tune in and see if you pick up anything in my angels guides? My mom wants me to know. Soul Spa. The biggest thing that I want you to know, and this is something that's been on my mind or on my heart recently, is to start moving past the story, moving past the self-identification, moving past any identification with victimhood that is on your journey. I mentioned this strongly to someone else last week. I want to mention it to you as well. I want to help move you past the story of victimhood. This moves you from the place of the I, Soul Spa, to the place of the we. The I had a huge role up through the 2000s, up through 2010, up through 2020, maybe. But in 2021, we really had to start letting go of the I and moving into the we. And I don't believe anything less is being demanded of us in 2022. That's 2022. You got 3 twos in there. Twos, we, union, togetherness, oneness. And so Soul Spa, all of the stories of family, of hurts, of anything from the past, we get to let go of and to say, How can I be the greatest we that I can bring to ways up? Oh, wascally wabbit. To ways up. Now I can't say it correctly. To raise, raise, to raise up everyone around us, Soul Spa. Lots of love. Angie, I have a question for Miraku. And I haven't tried turning into her to channel for others yet. This is interesting. Can she give us all a new universal message from all of our angels? And just here, it's pure love. It's pure love. It's pure love. Don't think of me as physical form that is transformed back into energetic, but think of me as pure love that has come through to help you to understand pure love, to live in a state of love, to be in a state of pure love, to exist from a state of pure love, and to lean into this state of pure love with everything that you've got, and you will find more of this pure divine love. Yours is a journey of love. You think it is a journey of fear and of disempowerment, but nothing could be further from the truth. Your journey is of greater love and greater empowerment by, of course, choosing love in each and every moment and asking, what can I do to bring love to another? Just as I brought love to Hannah, who is me and I am her, what can I do to bring love to another in each and every moment? Thank you, Miracle. Thank you, Miracle. Thank you, Miracle. Ooh, that was pretty cool. Thank you, Angie. Wow. Thank you. Go. Yeah, let's go for it. Go. Dreams are our dreams portals to other dimensions. They're portals, go. Dreams are portals to other dimensions, but they're also dreams to portals to other dimensions of ourselves, parts of ourselves that we haven't been willing to heal. That's my biggest challenge. A lot of my dreams are still working with me on healings. Portals to sides of ourselves that we'd rather not see, sides of ourselves that we haven't dealt with yet, sides of ourselves that show our magnificence and our greatness that we haven't leaned into yet. And so it's not so much that when you say portals of, well, there's all this gloom and doom or explosion or this or that, the other thing taking place, is that another dimension that this war is taking place on? No, chances are it's another element of ourselves that we get to embrace or learn or grow about. Can it also be portals to other dimensions? Well, absolutely. Can it be portals to the angels? Absolutely. To other worlds? Absolutely. So I would certainly encourage you to get a journal and start writing out your dreams each and every day and see what you can learn from them. Oh my gosh, so many more contributions have come in that I didn't even catch. Iconic 40s. Thank you so much for your kind donation. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Iconic 40s. Linda, thank you for your kind donation as well. Thank you so much, Linda. Ross, how does it get any better than this? Everybody, I just want to give you guys great big hugs. How does it get any better than this? Thank you. Oh, and there are even more. So we got Mary. Oh my gosh, Mary, thank you so much for Mary. You're too kind. You're too kind. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better? Big hug, Mary and Jennifer. Oh my God, Jennifer, thank you so much. Thank you. Big love, big hugs, big love and big hugs. And Nika, oh my God, Nika, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right, let's take a few more questions here. Then we're going to dive into a meditation. So we have Ruby Williams. Yes. Can angels appear as orbs? Yes. And angels can appear in orbs. Unborn children can appear as orbs. What is the PC term for higher dimensional beings from other worlds can't appear as orbs. Loved ones, deceased ones who are showing themselves again can appear as orbs. Orbs is basically energy coming into the physical reality and not having a physical body to put itself in. So you get this energetic orb appearing. So for our babies Hana and Miraku, it's been purple orbs that keep appearing, and now it's purple orb that keeps appearing. Although Miraku is here, she's really cool. Somebody challenged me recently to I believe it was Mark Wenham challenged me to write down quotes, and forgive me if it wasn't Mark, to write down quotes from her each day. And I'm doing my best to do so because Miraku is coming through loud and clear and is kind of a, it's not that the angels don't speak to me. They speak to me all the time, but she's like saying, I'll be a surrogate. I'm going to take all the angel information and give it to you all through my voice at once, which is really, really cool. And I imagine she'll be doing so at a very high level with Hana, as Hana's in the womb and as Hana comes through. Okay, we kind of got a little off track with the orbs, but yes, orbs are energy, are angels, are all of it. Nutria, I'm pronouncing that right. Are we just as divine as our angels? Yes, 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 yes. Just it's the different suit. Would somebody say you're closer, an angel is closer to source? See, that implies this game of levels. And to me, levels are inherent judgment, and inherent judgment gets us in a lot of trouble. Because it is saying, well, you're closer to God, whatever that means, and I'm not as close. So I'm this little meek thing. Well, you're this grand thing. In other words, here, you have all the power. I'm going to play the meek game. I don't buy it. We're all spirit. We're all energy. We're all playing that energetic game. Just each of us has a different role to play, and each of us is wearing a different, can't quite, that hurt. I can't do that with his thumb yet. We're all wearing different suits, so to speak. Let's see, a few more questions here, and then we'll get into a meditation in about 12 minutes or so. This one, I don't have the exact question, I think. Painful lesson out of everything else. I don't know how I'll be able to deal with this one. I'm gutted. First, give it to the angels. Don't take this on yourself. Never attempt to go any of this alone. Certainly, find community, find ohana, that means family. Find those who can help you. Ask for help, but also ask for spiritual help. Don't try to take this one on alone. Don't even begin to. But then as you're ready, as you find that assistance, lean into it. What you resist persists. Everything you fight against, and I think maybe I've got the exact question below here, but everything you fight against only becomes your enemy. So we get to lean into it. And so maybe this is the question from Not Yo Mama, or maybe it's a different question. I've lost everything. Job, homeless, gave it to God and angels and surrender. Everything I had to them. Now I have nothing. What am I supposed to be doing? I don't know what my path is. First off, let's focus, Not Your Mama, on the basics. Food, shelter, clothing, the very, very basics. Step one. Step two, help somebody else in greater need than yourself. I know that sounds crazy when you have nothing, but the fact that you're able to speak with me here means in here and in here, you have more than someone else. Not as a judgment thing, but you are going to feel so much better about yourself by helping another, and then help another, and then help another. And along the way, with every token of love you give to someone else, put a token of love on your heart. Not only will it be contagious to everyone around you, but you will find a contagion of love embedded on your heart too. And magical doors will start to open up. Of course, I would go to the angels. Of course, I would give it to God. This is not a I have lost everything. I know it feels this way, but it is not an I have lost everything. You're still speaking with me. You have not lost everything. You still have your faculties. You have not lost everything. You haven't mentioned that you're completely without health. You have not lost everything. You still have a pulse. I'm not making light of this. I got freaking slammed by an SUV a few weeks back. Not making light of any of this. Knocked unconscious. It's a miracle I'm still alive. There is so much that you still have. And the more that you play the higher level game of helping others and giving it to the angels, the more they will reset your life for a higher path at a higher plane. They will help you. Not your mama. I want you to write an email. You can get your specifics to Tanya. Let us gift you with immediate access to our School of Mystics. There. You don't have nothing now. I don't mean that in broken English badness. What I mean is you got something. You got a lot of something. You got heart. You got love. Let's help you to use that. And a last thought is think of a cosmic diving board. You ever watch Olympic diving? In Olympic diving, they gracefully come and I had on the diver of all divers. Oh my gosh, I can't believe his name is escaping me right now. Greg Louganis, diver of all divers. You watch Greg come to the end of the board and he will jump right before the end of the board up, come down on the board, compress down before being catapulted back up. Not your mama. This time of loss is simply the compressing down of the board to take you to higher heights. So I mean that. Please do get in touch with Tanya here. She's been putting a link out for people to join the School of Mystics. But Tanya, if you can find some way to coordinate, or if not, simply write hello@inspirenationshow.com. Not your mama. Let us get you access to the School of Mystics, and let's see what we can do to help you, to help the world. Lots and lots and lots of love. Erica, you are such a blessing. Thank you to keep reminding us who we are and all the possibilities. Why do we keep getting in amnesia and need to constantly remind ourselves? I watched the most recent Matrix recently. And the more I'm watching it, the more I'm enjoying it. I'm not a violence kind of guy, so I kind of like, as I go through this thing, because it is programming. But it's the programming I want to discuss with you. We get programmed to forget who we are, to put us in situations where we need to remember who we are, even more so and even more so. And I'm convinced this is to help us grow and expand. Neo and Trinity are forced into situations to have to remember who they are at a higher level so that they can truly step into their greatest power. And that's not done. That is a spiritual lesson in there. That's not done by accident. That's because those who made the movie understand this. So we continue to get amnesia. I continue to get amnesia. Infinitely less than I used to, but I still continue to get amnesia. Those moments of fear that grip me and go, I'll get right back to you. Or I'm going to my team, gentle. But the amnesia is part of the wiring to help you expand and grow. I remember, I expand and grow. It's like blowing up a balloon. I don't remember, I stay small. I remember, I expand and grow. I don't remember, I stay there. I remember, I expand and grow. I don't remember, I stay there. I remember, I expand and grow. So it's you continuing to expand. So we don't judge ourselves for those moments of amnesia. We just do our best to remember more and more and more. A few last questions, and then we will dive into a meditation here. And sweetheart, thank you, sweetheart, so much for your contribution. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? And Dharma Cohen, thank you so much for your kind donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big hugs, big love, big hugs, and big love. Let's see, from Lisa. I thought only angels only ask if you help. Can you please expand on this? Thank you. Praying for you and Jessica. So, Lisa, angels can only stop traffic for us, so to speak, if we ask. They cannot make direct physical interference. However, they can throw a yield sign. They can whisper in our ear. They can do all sorts of things that are kind of in this gray zone to help us or guide us without immediate direct interference. It is a gray zone they're playing with, admittedly, but it is not that they're going, wow, Lisa is running into such trouble down there. Let's drop a giant money bag out of the sky. More likely what they're doing is going to go, Lisa's in great trouble down there. Let's help her car implode so that she has to pull into the station, so that she's challenged, so that she goes to depths of despair, so that she. Or let's have her meet the most amazing person who she picks up on the side of the road, and he shares this incredible lesson with her that gets Lisa thinking. And because of that, Lisa does this, which opens that door, and Lisa does that, which opens this door as well. It's a lot more of pulling on the strings rather than a direct cause and effect, because they're not allowed to do that direct cause and effect except for most dire circumstances. But they can play with that timeline and help put a string in your path that you pull one part of the string, they give you the next, they pull the next and the next and the next, and on it goes. Veronica, and this may be the last question for the night. Although heel left rise, thank you so much for your kind donation and your wonderful loving energy. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Thank you so much, heel lift rise. Veronica, I'm afraid I'm going to get stuck in a hellish place after I transition based on frightened dreams that feel like a real place and my soul feels tormented. So, Veronica, here is my belief system. This is just mine. Now, I have had 2 near-death experiences, and I've had countless other people's with similar experiences on this show. The most hellish place we can put ourselves in, not after our transition, but in our dreams now, is by tormenting ourselves now. To me, the most that can happen on the other side is we get stuck for a little while. I like to go to Dr. Eben Alexander's book, Proof of Heaven, is we get stuck in a belief system that won't allow us to go through until we work through perceived karma. But there is no hellish place where we are being judged, because there is no parental figure watching our lives saying, you didn't do good enough. You don't get to go ahead. Who would make, if there is this all-knowing, all-loving, all-caring being, then who would make somebody that they're going to torture the hell out of for not being all-knowing and all-caring and all-loving? It doesn't make any sense. So, what we get to work on, Veronica, is the wounds and blocks inside of you now that are asking, if not screaming, if not demanding, to be healed. And to love yourself up with everything that you've got, Veronica, here and now, to help you not someday in the future when you transition, but to help you live a happier, better, more fun, a funner, there's a term, a funner existence in the here and now. That's what's most important. Part of the challenge to me of focusing on the afterlife, on heaven, on hell, on whatever we want to call it, is we forget that earth can be heaven or can be hell. No, I'm not going to be able to fix everything today. No, people are still doing the craziest, most insane things on every level on this planet. But I can still experience heaven. I can still experience love. I can still experience love. I was hit by a freaking SUV. I'm going, thank you. Thank you, guides. All of it, you can still experience love by focusing on how can I make this heaven on earth, which means how can I heal my heart, and what can I do to love up my heart. So Karamia, lastly, Karamia, and I don't know if I have, let me look at what the last couple questions are. I want to get into our meditation here. Karamia, thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you so much for your generosity. How does it get any better than this? Rue is singing it too. How does it get any better than this? How you doing, Rue? Oh, you're such a good boy. You are what? Whoa! What are you doing? What are you doing? I know. Whoa, 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 whoa! Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. You got it? Okay. All right. He's a little too excited there. He sees emotions and he sees energy. So when I'm getting very energized of, I'd like to get to the meditation, he's going. If I go calm and slower, he will go calm and slower as well. And if I think of anything that's really, quote, negative, he'll start screaming or squawking. So I believe he can see emotion. I get to be very good about where my emotions are. Watch him during the meditation. You'll see him calm and settle down. So Master Key Society, thank you so much for your kind donation. How does it get any better than this? I'm going to calm down the Rue here as I bring us toward our meditation. Thank you, Master Key Society. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Okay, I want to do my best to take these last two questions. Let's call it good from there. Other questions, bring them to our School of Mystics. It is very affordable. It's incredibly affordable. And I think there's even a link tonight that even makes it more affordable. So go check it out. Come join us Wednesday, and I'll answer more questions in person as well. But these two deserve my attention. Rakanye, I am so sorry. My wife passed away recently. I cannot express enough. There are no words that one human being can express to another being to say how much they feel for that person in their grief. So I don't even have the words that are powerful enough to express that, except for love and hugs and my heart goes out to you. Rakanye, my wife passed away recently. If the afterlife is so wonderful, why should we stay here? Why not end the suffering sooner than later? Rakanya, it's a brilliant question, and it really depends on your view of this world. If you view this world as just a place of suffering, it becomes more sufferable. If you, new word, forgive my poetic license, if you view this world as an opportunity to learn and grow, I know I will see her soon. I wish it was now in this moment, but I'm going to use this opportunity to, drive the car till the wheels fall off, see what else I can learn, see who else I can help, see what else I can do to contribute, to give back, to become that me to the we in this lifetime. That only helps you. And you're going, I'm exhausted. I don't care. That's hard. What I would work on then is what can I do to heal my heart? Not to heal or not to fill the wound. As Rumi says, the wound is where the light shines through. The wound will always be there. There is nothing we can do to heal the wound. There are certain things you could say to me right now, and even though Miraku's by my side, even though I hear from Miraku on a daily basis, I'll just start bawling. The wound is the wound. But what can I do now? How can I help heal myself now? What can I do to work on my heart now? Because that will help you. Not just now, but I'm convinced for all of eternity. And I'm truly convinced we all came here, sort of like everybody who's making such a kind donation tonight. We all, and thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Jackie. How does it get any better than this? Truly, how does it get any better than this? Thank you so much, Jackie. We all came here to elevate everyone, to bring everyone up. And so, Rakanye, your feelings matter. Your heart matters. The more we can do to help heal your heart, the more you're helping just by being to heal everyone else's. So I get help, I get assistance, and I would see what we can do to make this next chapter of your life. You will see her soon enough. Okay, that's not fair to say. You will see her soon enough. That's your decision. That's your, not decision, choice. If Jessica passed, I'd want to see her today. I'd want to see her tomorrow. Oh my God. but I'm still going to ride the car till the wheels come off and do everything I can here on earth. And then in the eternity of time, I get to spend a lot of time with her. With that said, last thing, Rakanye, is you can still visit with her on the other side with tools like automatic writing and countless more. You can communicate with her on the other side. So it's not the same thing. It's not even close, but you can have a relationship with her before you're back with her. Okay, last question. Let's dive into a meditation here. I'm John Sears. I have cerebral palsy. I'm 42 years old, which means you're a miracle. John, you are a living miracle. You know this, John. John, you know this. You are a living miracle. I'm 42 years old. I was born 3 months premature with a cord tied around my neck. I died 6 times before I survived. I am praying for your twins. Thank you so much, John. You are a miracle. There is no doubt about it. And thank you for shining your light on the world. So I'm wrapping this up before our meditation from a place of love and light. 2 weeks ago, Miracle, in a sense, gave her life so that Hannah could continue. So we now have what I call twins on both sides of the veil. It happened on 12, 22, 21. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. One egg split into 2 babies. We had 2 babies, 2, 2, 2, 2 for 4 months, which then came back together as one baby at a higher realm. So I still say we have twins. We still do have twins. They're just energetic twins, one here, one on the other side. Although Miracle keeps telling me she's coming through and she's coming through soon. Now, Jessica certainly has some say in this, but I'm choosing to see the blessing in this, and I'm choosing to see the blessing, John, and you're still being here and in everything that you've done and shared this lifetime. Oh my God, John, how does it get any better than this? And please do keep shining your love and your light on the world. All right. So let me take just a sip of water here. And while I'm doing that, thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Aya. Thank you, Anis. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you to every single member of our dream team, to Nico, to Bhavik, to everyone on our dream team. Thank you guys so much. And in particular, Tanya here tonight for running everything. Aya, who does this when Tanya's not here, and Carol for helping run our class, and everybody. But thank you guys so much, because it takes a beautiful, amazing team for us to bring you this. And it's certainly not me alone. Certainly, it's angels and guides on the other side. It's Miracle on the other side. It's Rue holding space here. It's Jessica holding space here as well. But thank you so much. All right, bear with me 1 second. And thank you, our audience, your energy. Without your energy, none of this would exist. Thinking to myself, it's ginger tea. I tend to eat a lot of chocolate. Today is my first day without chocolate in, there must have been days in the hospital, but that I can recall, because with Jessica very pregnant and struggling to sleep at night, I'm getting almost no sleep. And so I've tried cutting out all chocolate as of today. Although I think there were a couple cacao nibs that I hit in a some sort of a smoothie thing this evening, but I've cut out all chocolate to see if it would help me get a little bit deeper sleep, because I kind of need that energy. I was thinking of that during the ginger tea, going, wow, I made it. We've come this far without chocolate today. How does it get any better than this? And I love my chocolate. All right. So let's take a moment and just sit nice and comfortably. We can think of ourselves being like Rue, preening, relaxing, getting ready to wind down for the evening, unless we're headed off to work or headed to a swing shift. But I just want you to kind of relax into your chair. relax into your seat. Take a nice deep breath in and sigh. In through the nose. One more time. In. As you continue to breathe in and out, I like to always think of us in a giant imaginary circle so that everybody watching this, past, present, and future, we're all here together as one. And we're going to do something kind of interesting tonight. We're going to call on the angels. I call on the angels to have my back. I call on my angels to love and support me. I call on my angels to help me every step of the way. But now let's do something fun, and you might feel the angels and their wings right up behind you. I want you to imagine and ask your angels to give you a very gentle neck massage, if you're okay with that. Thank you, angels, for massaging my neck. Woo, you might feel some goosebumps. Thank you, angels, for massaging my neck. Can you feel that? Thank you, angels, for massaging my neck. Did you feel goosebumps? Did you feel some shivers up and down your spine? Does your neck suddenly feel just even a little bit or a lot of it relaxed? That's because your angels are here with you. Your angels are always by your side. And your angels are always willing, able, and wanting to help out. Thank you, angels. Thank you, angels. Thank you, angels. So now that we've called in the angels, and the angels are at your back, and they may still even be massaging your back and neck, I want us each to take just a minute with the angels where we put out one question, one query, or one ask for guidance or assistance. And I want you to make that out loud if you can, in your mind's eye if you must. No problem there. And as you continue to breathe in and out, maybe continue to feel them massaging your neck and your shoulders. I want you to hear what they have to say. And I'm going to join you in doing the same thing, because there is an energy and a power to doing this all together. But before I do that, I want us all to send healing and love with the angels at our backs to everyone who needs it tonight, particularly those that are homeless, or those that have lost their homes to fires, or those who are struggling to keep their homes. And let's focus for a minute on homes being restored, on people finding homes, on people getting homes, and people being just where they need to be to have the most amazing roof over their heads. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. How does it get any better than this? And now, in this soft, peaceful, gentle state, I want you to put your question out to the angels. Feel them on your shoulders if you want, and just listen and see what you hear over the next minute or so. And begin. Have you breathe in, and you're breathing in that same breath of light and love and hope from the angels. And out. Feel that light and love circulating through your body. In, light, love, and hope. And out. Light, love, and hope on the world. Breathe in all this light and love and hope on your heart. And out. Send it out to everyone, everywhere. Breathe in love, light, and hope. And out. You're doing the work of the angels themselves. In all this light, love, and hope from the angels, and out. Send it out to everyone, everywhere in need. A couple more times. In all this light, love, and hope from the angels. Thank you, angels. Thank you, angels. Thank you, angels. And out. Send all this light, love, and hope to everyone, everywhere. One more time. In all this light, love, and hope. Woo-hoo. And out. Send this love out to the world. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? I want to thank you so much for being here tonight. May your dreams and hopes and prayers be answered. Do come join us for our School of Mystics on Wednesday. I have another even better link that I will have at the bottom just after this ends. So do come join us here on Wednesday. It'll be for the next 4 Wednesdays. We're going to help you awaken to a higher level of existence. I love you guys so, so much, and keep on shining bright. Love you guys so, so much. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Keep on shining bright, everyone. Oh, we have an amazing show tomorrow night from Dr. Michael Lennox. Dr. Michael Lennox on astrology for 2022, and he's going to be talking about some serious topics. Are we doomed? We are not. There's a little, what do we call it? A little spoiler alert, but he's going to talk to us about the good, the bad, and the challenging coming in 2022 and beyond. That'll be with Dr. Michael Lennox tomorrow night, and then the next 4 Wednesdays, come join us. It is an intimate, amazing group of people coming together as family, as mystics in training, as we learn and grow together. And you'll see the link there, but I'm also going to put a very special link in the comment section right after we end. So feel free to post that. In fact, I wonder if I can even find that here now. Let's see if I can. And then I will let everybody go, because I've got an even better link for you if I can find this. Hold on here. So bear with me. Let's see if I can get to it here. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ah, ba 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 ba. For making it to the end, there's something special. If you click on this link right here, unless that's the link that's been going out. I love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. And Ruru says good night, everyone. Love you here. Love you so much, Ruru. Ruru is so calm and loving right now. Can you see his ears? You see his earlobes? How white they are? If you go back and play earlier parts, you will see that his earlobes have changed color. They go white after a meditation. They go white when he is calm and relaxed and feeling your beautiful energy. So love you guys so, so much. See you tomorrow night with Dr. Michael Lennox, and cannot wait to see you Wednesday. Oh my God, how does it get any better than this? Thank you, everybody, for the kind donations. Thank you so much. And thank you to our entire dream team. How does it get any better than this? Love you guys so, so much. Keep on shining bright. And thank you, Rue, for holding space. Yes. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. Oh. Love you guys so much. Thanks, Rue. Ding, ding, ding. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Good night, everyone.